Don't you think all this talk of engagements is a little bit premature?
We're meant to be together.
Bella Cooper, will you do me the very great honour of becoming...
No, Bella, no, he doesn't love you. He just wants to get his hands on $4 million.
Is this true? I can't... How could you?
Hang on. Brody's right about the inheritance. I do get it once I get engaged, but I don't know how much because I don't care about the money. I care about you. More than care. I love you, Bella.
You love me?
What? Is that the first time you've heard him say that? Interesting.
You really love me?
It's impossible not to.
Well, maybe we can hold off the engagement for a while.
What?
Yeah, Brody's right. This is moving at light speed. Maybe we can slow things down. Enjoy the falling in love part.
We can have as long an engagement as you like. I just want to know your mind.
All you care about is your money. Look, Bella, if this was for real, he would not need a ring to know that you're his.
Stop it, both of you. I need some time to think.
Stay out of this, Kemp. This has nothing to do with you.
I care about her. All you care about is what she can get you. Hey, what's wrong?
Not now, Dad.
Isn't she supposed to be waving a sparkler the size of Texas?
Be grateful she's not. You do not want Isaac as a scum-in-law.
I'm sorry things didn't work out between you and Bella, but I won't let you ruin her chance at real happiness or mine.
She dumped you, Brody. Get over it.
The second that Isaac is engaged to Bella, he gets access to his trust fund. It's the only reason that he was stringing her along in the first place.
Look, he probably makes more in an hour than what you and I make in a week. Why would he need money?
I don't know, maybe he wants some gold-plated golf clubs or, like, 3 more cars or something.
Or maybe you're just a sore loser. If you really care for Bella, you'll get out of her way and let her get on with her life.
Knowing that so many people took the time to read what I had to say, it's just the most amazing feeling.
Oh, the most.
Okay, well, it's up there.
I suppose you were too busy canoodling to see me on the news?
Why were you on the news?
I was discussing the planned reduction in ED hours, or rather, shooting down TK's arguments against it, like fish in a barrel.
Well done. It's not easy to put a good spin on robbing your community of around-the-clock emergency care.
As I said tonight, I'm not. There are other hospitals nearby that can help in an emergency. I'm getting rather sick of saying that.
I thought your dad put little people before the bottom line. You know, he helped Bob find another job, but maybe that was just to get up Rachel's nose.
I doubt it. Dad has principles. He must really believe that this will work out the best for everyone in the long run.
Well, tell that to the people who have to make it to Central next time they're in trouble. Actually, you should. Drum up some support, promote awareness, whatever, because people are obviously listening out there in the blogosphere.
Maybe I will.
Well, apart from a protest song and solidarity salute, I think we've got ourselves a revolution here.
One more thing. How about we hand out Callum's home number to everyone who passes through ED in the next week? I'm joking. So we could hand out his home address.
You scare me sometimes.
Yeah, me too. But you do have a point, you know. People are fired up about this, and they deserve the opportunity to be heard.
Well, is Ferndale ready to take it to the streets?
Or maybe not, but we could hold a public meeting in the cafeteria if Murray's up for it.
It'd be a red rag to a bull trying to do something on hospital grounds.
No, we're entitled to debate this on site as long as it doesn't interfere with work. Now, I'll ask Murray if tomorrow afternoon suits.
That's seriously short notice.
Well, we need to act fast after Callum's performance on TV tonight. Now, let's make a list of interest groups to contact.
Why would Isaac need more money? Well, then again, why would Brody make up a story like that if it weren't true? Ugh, my brain hurts. I don't know what to think.
Well, this thing with Isaac has progressed pretty fast.
You and Dad hadn't been together long when you got engaged. I always thought that was so romantic.
It was. But I knew that Murray would be there for me, no matter what. In sickness and in health, a richer or poorer. Which is lucky since it's mainly been poorer. Do you think you can expect the same from Isaac?
All I know is that I'm certain we're meant to be together. You know, I think I love him and that...
Think?
All right, I'm pretty sure I do. 90%. Or 85, maybe.
You don't sound so certain anymore.
He said he loved me, but if he loved me, then why can't he wait? But he says he can't wait because he loves me. Oh. What should I do?
I can't tell you that, sweetheart. This one is up to you.
Neurosurgery is medicine's glamour field, but a baby with a skyrocketing temperature doesn't need a doctor who made the cover of The Lancet. They just need an ED that's open all hours. It's great stuff, Soph.
Thanks, but it's only half the story.
What's your opinion? That's the point of a blog.
Yes, but Dad's opinion is valid too. I'd rather put forward a balanced argument rather than a biased one, you know? A good journalist always keeps an open mind.
So give your dad's argument in the next post. Meanwhile, this could be out there making people think about what's happening right now. Now, take advantage of that, because tomorrow they might not even care.
Thanks.
Well, you know what I mean. Heaps of people will read your first post. Make them wait too long for this one, and it'll be Sophie who?
It'll be Sophie No One. My blog's anonymous.
Well, you know what I mean. Strike before your adoring fans lose interest.
Okay, but I'm putting to be continued.
Now we just sit back and watch the hits clock up.
Why did you lose it tonight when I suggested we take things slowly?
Because you didn't suggest it. Brody did. And I agreed to go slow. We can be engaged for as long as you like.
Why can't we just date?
If we start taking backward steps, we're letting Brody and his stupid lies win.
But if Brody's making everything up, why do you care what he thinks?
I don't. I want a ring on your finger because I love you and I want the whole world to know it. When I saw this ring, I knew it belonged on your finger, just like we belong together.
Wow. But what about better, worse, richer, poorer and all that?
Eh?
Would you still marry me if you weren't getting your trust fund?
It is Brody talking, not you. You know me.
But I don't. Not that well, and I don't know if we belong together. I don't know if you're the right man for me. Not yet. It's too soon.
Hey! What the devil's wrong, man?
Look, I've had my doubts about Isaac, but I don't think Belle should be paying too much attention to what Brody's saying.
That's not why she called it off. Brody's story, true or false, has got her listening to doubts she's had all along. Personally, I think he's done us a favour.
Morning. We've come to put a proposition to you.
Sounds serious?
It's about reducing ED's hours during the night shift.
Oh, Wendy told me about that. It's daft.
We'll take that as your support. So can we hold a public meeting about it in here this afternoon?
Surely there's some hospital rule against that kind of thing.
If there's not, you can be sure that Rachel and Callum will invent one this morning.
Well, they can't stop a meeting. We're not taking industrial action. We just want to put the issues out there and get the community talking.
And burn an effigy of Callum. Will that set the smoke detectors off? She's kidding. Look, obviously we'd have the meeting after the lunch rush, so you don't lose any sales. You might even make some more.
What do you think?
I don't know. Well, Callum seems reasonable, but Rachel's the one who's likely to hold a grudge. Allowing this means you're no longer neutral.
Ah, look, it never was. Shortland Street is our closest port of call if Jasmine has an asthma attack. We both have a vested interest in the ED staying open nights.
When you put it like that, what time? I'll make sure I'm here.
Aunt Cecile phoned yesterday. She wants me to head the team for Joseph's next operation.
The adopted kid. I thought you fixed whatever was wrong with him.
Well, we've made a start, but he needs ongoing reconstructive surgery. Just waiting for the pen pushers to do their thing, but fingers crossed I'll leave at the end of the week.
It really isn't a good time for you to be going away, what with the neurosurgical unit being developed.
I'm sure Callum will cope. Anyway, I've already told Cecile I'm coming.
At least she's had some good news this week. She'll be disappointed to hear about Isaac's derailment.
Poor old mummy.
I hope you've calmed down since last night.
Yeah, what was that massive crash?
I knocked an ornament over.
Dad said it was expensive.
Well, let's add it to the bill, shall we, along with the rest of my debts?
It was an accident. Upstairs, you two. I want you out that door in 15 minutes. I know this is rough for you, but don't take it out on them.
I just can't believe Bella said no.
Well, did she say why?
She's not sure I'm the right man for her.
So convinced you are. Instead of falling at the first hurdle, show her it's true love.
I don't want my heart broken twice. Tell the boys I didn't mean to bite their heads off.
Well, at least he's been a gentleman about it.
Surely I'm not the only one who thought it wasn't going to work.
Maybe.
Bella's a good girl. If Isaac actually fought for what he wanted, I'm sure he could get it. He always has before. Maybe he just needs a little more encouragement this time.
Good morning.
Good morning. I saw your interview last night. Very slick.
Thank you. Hopefully TK and his supporters will realise what they're up against.
Hardly. They've upped the ante instead, or haven't you seen this? They're planning a public meeting today in the cafeteria.
Don't worry. I'm on to it.
I see you heard about the meeting.
I would have preferred to have heard it from you, Murray. It is being held in your cafeteria in my hospital.
Well, the public deserve information. They're the ones who'll miss out if this thing goes ahead. As for me, I'm just hoping to sell a few extra coffees during a quiet time of day. And I know you understand the bottom line. Well, that's what this whole night closure thing's about, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I'm just the venue hire. If you want to talk meeting specifics, talk to TK.
I thought I'd be twisting people's arms, but plenty of patients seem to be keen for today's meeting.
How many of them are female?
I don't know. A few.
Don't act so surprised. Generally, public meetings don't involve speakers as cute as you.
Least you could have done is kept me in the loop.
Why is that? So you can sabotage me like you did last night?
You shouldn't take it so personally, TK. I am just acting in the hospital's best interests.
So I guess you think shutting the meeting down will be best for the hospital too?
Look, I'm all for keeping the public informed, but I doubt it would be a balanced debate.
Turn up and put your side of the argument forward. Of course, it'll be live today, so there'll be no way to edit things in your favour.
I will check my diary and get back to you.
Well played. I wonder if he'll actually show.
To be honest, I kind of hope he doesn't.
Why's that? Do you think he'll shoot me down in flames again?
It's not that. I'm just worried that it'll be us, Callum, and a tiny renter crowd. A poor turnout's only going to give him the ammunition to say that no one cares.
We know people care. Have some faith.
Thank you for agreeing to meet me.
That's okay. I'm just glad you don't think I'm a complete troll.
Isaac is rather cut up about this.
Don't.
Do you regret turning them down? Because if there's any chance you might reconsider...
There isn't. Yeah, I feel sad, but I know I've made the right choice. Even if I never see another ring like that in my life.
But you seem so head over heels for him. What changed your mind?
There was this little voice inside of me saying, "Eek, slow down." And when Isaac refused to postpone the engagement, it felt like too much pressure.
Why wouldn't he?
He said he didn't want Brody to win.
I don't follow.
Or my ex-boyfriend, Brody, he gate-crashed Isaac's proposal with this crazy theory that Isaac only wanted to get engaged so he could get access to his trust fund. Yeah, it sounds mental, I know. Like Isaac is short of cash. But you need to trust a soulmate, don't you? And I guess it made me realize I don't totally trust Isaac.
Great. I'm there. It'll be a perfect opportunity for me to get some vox pops.
I'm not missing it either. Some of the Edie stuff back the orderlies when we got squeezed by management. I'd be okay helping them stick it to the man.
Well, at least one of us will be keeping an open mind.
Who's to say people won't steer clear in the hours the ED is open? They may just write Shortland Street off as unreliable. You know what? This is so well informed. I'm starting to think it's an inside job.
Who knows? Maybe TK's put on his blogger hat.
I'll see you later.
Hope You've been spreading the word. Callum's going to do a victory dance if it's just us and a few old biddies killing time before bingo.
Why don't you leak the meeting to the media?
You know TK's a stickler for the rules. Well, Callum didn't play fair last night. If it were up to me, I would invite every single person who'd been in ED during the night in the last few months.
Why don't you?
Patient details are not to be used for non-medical reasons.
Or stretch the point, and it is for a medical reason, like, will they be able to see a doctor when they need one or not?
Exactly. I say we stretch away. Oh, come on, I can't call all the patients by myself.
Or do the records include email addresses?
Most of them.
Then we don't need manpower when we've got technology. Send out a mass email. That way you'll definitely reach everyone you need to.
I don't know. It still seems dodgy. And TK's trying to keep everything above board.
And TK doesn't need to know. Come on, desperate times call for desperate measures. Do you want this meeting to fly or not?
Wait, it's going ahead and now you're speaking at it.
It is my job as CEO to defend my proposal. I might get shot down, but at least I'll get a chance to show the community the reasons for our reduced hours.
You know what these meetings are like. They attract every professional protester and their soapbox, and for a lot of them, management is the enemy, no matter how reasonable your argument is.
TK isn't that petty. I'm sure he'll make sure I get a fair hearing.
The public won't want to know.
But if I can convince people that the nighttime closure of ED isn't a risk...
You won't convince them. Trust me. There's no point in trying.
Look at this turnout. I nearly had to drop the shoulder just to make it in the room.
Mr. Lanigan, thanks for coming. I guess you can't underestimate word of mouth, can you?
So, you ready to wind them up to fever pitch?
Guess so.
Hey, don't worry. It'll be brilliant.
Of course you will. They'll be ready to storm Callum's office by the time you're through.
Well, wasn't he supposed to be here?
Oh, he said he'd check his diary, as in give us rebel-rousers a wide berth.
I guess we can't keep the punters waiting, can we? Wish me luck.
Luck.
Kia ora tātou, katoa tiraka tātou. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, my name's TK Samuels, one of the doctors in ED here, and I'm guessing from this awesome turnout you want access to me or someone like me 24/7. Am I right? Yes.
If he goes to that meeting, he'll be throwing himself to the lions.
How long do I have to keep saying it? It is not your job to protect Callum from himself.
Excellent. I thought I might find you here. Coffee?
We've already ordered ours.
Long black, thanks. I had an interesting meeting with Bella this morning.
Did Cupid's arrow find its mark?
Sadly, no. It seems some old boyfriend got to her about Isaac's trust fund. I've no idea how he knows about it.
We more or less told him. Brodie Kemp, he co-owns this place. He was here last night when we were discussing Isaac's motives for proposing.
Did Bella say why she believed Brodie?
Oh, something about Isaac refusing to postpone the engagement. He seems genuinely smitten with her. I hate to think it was all an act.
I know his family, but he was fuming when he didn't get the consultant position. That was when he was meant to get the trust fund, right?
But who makes a commitment to marry just so they can write bigger checks?
It's only a commitment if you intend to see it through.
So, he's a cold-hearted Casanova who is just stringing that poor girl along.
Urgent cases take priority. We'll get to you as soon as we can. If we can find you.
And just checking I spelled your name correctly? Thank you so much for your time. Man, you should hear TK. He's got them eating out of his hand.
I support the cause and everything, but I'm going to have a riot if these people don't clear out.
Sophie, what the hell's going on here?
They're all here for the meeting. I heard that you were going to be in there too.
Well, I was on my way, but I'm more worried about the OSH regulations we're breaking here. Sir, please. Anyone not here to see a doctor, move them on. Folks, can you please move away from the entrance? Thank you.
Does it affect your position seeing so many people against the closure of ED at nights?
Sir, I'm Dr. Mackay. Can you hear me?
What, was he okay?
Nicole, crash cart, please. Everything get him on the ground.
When are you moving back into your flat again?
End of the week, what?
Because your rent payment for upstairs seemed to stop last week.
How about I just give you half the amount in cash? Better in your pocket than in the tax man's.
In the account, thanks. I don't want to cheat anyone, even the tax man, out of what they're owed. You haven't blown all your money at the clubs or whatever, have you?
No, no way. No, I must have clicked the wrong date when I was putting the payment through or something.
You can't seem to get anything right lately.
If you're referring to Isaac, I still think he was in it for the cash.
Not anymore, he's not. Bella called it off. Spent most of the night crying. Don't look so happy about it.
Well, I'm not. Not about her crying, but I'm just stoked that she's broke it off with the guy. I mean, that creep was nowhere near good enough for her.
And neither were you, obviously. Otherwise, she wouldn't have broken off with you, too.
Dad, stop it. I don't want you two fighting about me. Especially when Brody probably did me a favour. He made me see that Isaac wasn't the right man for me.
Yeah, look, he so wasn't, Bells. You can do so much better. You deserve so much better.
Thanks. Oh, why didn't you let me find out about him the hard way? I mean, it would have served me right for moving on so fast. I'm surprised you don't hate me for that.
Oh, of course I don't hate you. I couldn't stand to sit by and watch somebody keep secrets from you. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have some accounts to go and juggle.
I think we can safely call that a resounding success. Not a single person spoke in favour of Edie being closed at night.
Well, there was that one woman who wanted to know if TK would make house calls instead.
You're back. Better late than never, I suppose.
What are you doing in here?
Damage control for your mayhem.
Hey, Edie was fully staffed during our meeting.
Yet, you still found other ways to compromise patient safety. While I was making a part-through triage, I found a waiting patient in full cardiac arrest.
Is he doing okay?
We've managed to resuscitate him, but he is unconscious and still on life support. No thanks to the scrum you
We
caused.
didn't know they'd spilled over into triage.
Yeah, and we didn't know that many people would turn up.
Well, when they did, you should have moved the meeting elsewhere. You should have kept an eye on things. That man in there could still die, thanks to your grandstanding.
Heston finds it hard to persuade a homeless man to change his ways in Doctors on the way in a few minutes. Before that, though, Audrey McGrath has a weather update.